Shem Angel 30, Omael. This angel is associated with animals and fertility and the propagation of animals, and fertility, medicine, and healing. This is Shem Angel number 30. And as always, we're going to break this down looking at the classical material, and I'm going to provide sources here. So Omael. This is Shem Angel number 30, governs 25 to 30 degrees of Leo. Omael, the Hebrew letters are Aleph, Vav, Mem, Aleph, Lamed. Now the letter Vav makes different sounds depending on where there's a little point. Dagesh Lenain, there's a little point that changes the sound of the letter. With no point, it's V. The letter Vav, so it could also make an U or an O sound. Okay, so in this case, Aleph Vav, it's Omael. And if we look at the classical sources, we can compare. We see that Agrippa in the 3 Books of Occult Philosophy spells this O-M-A-E-L, Omael. Agrippa, the 3 Books of Occult Philosophy. We see the same thing in Reuchlin's De Arte Kabbalistica in the 16th century. We see this in Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Egyptiacus. We see it in the Divine Kabbalah. We see it in Dr. Rudd. So throughout, it's pretty consistent. It's Omael, O-M-A-E-L, Omael. Now, if we go to some of the earliest sources for this, this right here, De Arte Kabbalistica, on the art of the Kabbalah, published in 1517. If you flip to page 279, let me see here. Omael, let me see. Okay. Omael. The psalm verse says, since you are my forbearance, Lord, O Lord, my hope from my youth. So the psalm verse agrees in De Arte Kabbalistica in the 1517. So from the 1500s, you go a century later to Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Egyptiacus, published in 1654. It's the same psalm verse, the same thing in Dr. Rudd, all the way into the Divine Kabbalah. So this angel is pretty consistent over the last 500 years. It's been pretty consistent. Magicians for the last 500 years have had this psalm verse and all of these things, this spelling. So Omael, the office, according to the divine, according to the science of the Kabbalah. Okay, La Science Kabbalistique, published by Lazare Lenain. It says this genius governs the animal kingdom. So the animal kingdom, overseeing the generation of beings in order to multiply species and perpetuate them. So you could think of like if you have a farm or you have animals and you want the animals to reproduce. So this genius governs the animal kingdom, overseeing the generation of beings in order to multiply species and perpetuate them. It influences chemists, physicians, and surgeons. The person born under this influence, when it says born under this influence, it's talking about anybody can work with this angel, but people, their sun is 25 to 30 degrees of Leo. This is their birth angel. Those born under this influence will be distinguished in anatomy and medicine. So, with the office tells us what we can work with the angel for. 2 different things. On the one hand, this angel is associated with animals and fertility. It talks about animal fertility and giving birth, okay, for the propagation of the animals, okay? So animals and fertility, and also this angel governs medicine and healing. So let's say you want to have a bunch of puppies or kittens or something. You could do that. Or if that doesn't really apply to many of us today, and it depends on what kind of society you live in. most of us would be more concerned with the healing aspect. So, do you, really all of us at some level could use a little bit of healing, but do you or someone you know need healing of the body, or healing of the mind, or healing of the spirit? So is there some type of healing? So again, I said this before, when you work with the Shem angels and maybe you find it difficult to find something within the office, that helps you with a type of self-knowledge, because you have to think, like, what do I want that fits within this? What is important to me? And you begin to see what is important to you and what is not important. And it helps us to kind of drown out some of the noise and focus on essentials. What is essential to you in life? What is important to you? So I always say, when you work with the Shem angels, ask for something that is close to the heart. So Omael, on the one hand, governs animal husbandry, the propagation of animals, generation, and also governs medicine and healing. So Omael, this is Shem Angel 30, governs 25 to 30 degrees of Leo, so the very end of Leo. Of course, it depends. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn gives a totally different way of working with the Shem. The way that I follow the Shem Angels is the classical way. Vehuya begins in Aries. But anyways, so Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus, published in 1654, gives a divine attribute to this angel. The divine attribute is patient God. Patient God. Okay, Deus patiens is what Kircher's Latin says, patient God. The Psalm verse, if it's based on the Masoretic text, whether you're reading a Hebrew Tanakh or if you're reading a Bible that based on the Masoretic text, it would be Psalm 71 verse 5. And if you're reading from the Latin Vulgate, it would be 70 verse 5. So, Psalm 71:5, for thou art my hope, O Lord God, thou art the trust of my youth. Again, this is pretty consistent over the last 500 years with this Shem angel. This is the Psalm verse that's part of like the angel's personal telephone number, right? So you call the name. Again, the word Shem, this is a Shem angel. The word Shem in Hebrew means name. So Shem angel is a name angel. So Shem angel. And the verse is associated with like a way to contact the angel, the Psalm verse. So it's Psalm verse 71 verse 5. For thou art my hope, O Lord God, thou art the trust of my youth. The Latin Vulgate, Psalm 70 verse 5. Quoniam tu es patientia mea, domine spes mea, a juventute mea. And then there's the Hebrew. And then what does the Divine Kabbalah say? And we are looking at Welcome Manuscript 3203. Welcome Manuscript 3203. The Divine Kabbalah says, Omael governs from the 17th of August to the 21st inclusively. And by the way, you don't have to follow the sun through the zodiac, you don't have to follow the sun through the zodiac. But that's roughly what the Divine Kabbalah does, which again is a sleep, it's a grimoire for dream magic with the Shem angels. You put the sigil of the angel under your pillow, you go to sleep, and you cycle through all 72 angels in a year. So it's like an initiatic. It could be understood as kind of an initiatic type of thing. What does the Divine Kabbalah say? Welcome Manuscript 3203. Again, we're going through all these classical sources. The Divine Kabbalah says, Omael governs from the 17th of August to the 21st inclusively. The verse from whence is derived his name is the 6th verse, really it's the 5th, of the 70th Psalm, since thou art my patience, O Lord, thou art my hope from my youth. So, Omael. Yep, I mean, that's pretty much it, Omael. By the way, and we're gonna call upon the angel real quick. Actually, I think with this one, I think I'm going to leave that for y'all to do. I don't want people to get too dependent. Not saying all of you are, but I think a few people might be getting a little too dependent on just doing it in the video. I want people to go do this on their own, whether you use full-on classical ceremonial magic method with a scrying crystal and even incense smoke rising on, or if you want to use more modern methods like astral projection with the Shem angel. If you use that method, I recommend having, let's say, a bedside altar, okay, with candles and the whole setup, call on the angel, then go and do the astral projection if you want to use that method. There are various methods that you can use, but that is Omael. Again, the focus seems to be animal fertility, fertility of animals, and then also medicine and healing. So that seems to be kind of the focus of this angel. I wanted to let everyone know, by the way, tomorrow I'll be going out of town for a day, one day. So tomorrow there won't be a video, probably. Probably tomorrow there won't be anything. So, and Sunday I'll take a day off because I'll be going out of town for a day. So that is it. That is Omael. I really appreciate all of y'all for watching my videos. And I really appreciate my Patreon supporters and those that support my work and what I do here, because I try to put a lot of focus on this. And anyway, so I will see y'all in the next video, and I want y'all to work with this angel now. Try it out, do the work, and then you'll get the amazing results from this, So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and that is Omael, Shem Angel number 30, and I will see y'all in the next video. I hope everyone has a great day, y'all.